Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, would you please rise for the academic procession and remain standing for the singing of O Canada? Canada, our home and native land. True patriot love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Tessa. Tessa Track is a student in our Theater Arts Studio 58 program. Please be seated. Mr. Board Chair, Mr. President, members of the faculty and staff, honored guests, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Langara College, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. I declare open this 2015 Convocation of Langara College, and this convocation is assembled for the granting of credentials and awarding of honors. My name is Brad O'Hara. I'm the Provost and Vice President, Academics and Students at Langara, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. Please be aware that this ceremony is being recorded for viewing in other locations on campus and on our website. And I'd also like to note that this is the first convocation in which we have incorporated our coat of arms, which were bestowed by His Excellency, Governor General David Johnston, in January. On behalf of the Langara College community, I wish to acknowledge with respect the history, customs, and cultures of the Coast Salish peoples, specifically the Musqueam Nation, on whose traditional lands we are meeting today. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the platform party. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Dr. Lane Trotter, President and Chief Executive Officer. Mr. David Bowra, Chair, Board of Governors. Mr. Scott McLean, Vice President, Langara Faculty Association. Deborah Sparrow, member of the Musqueam Nation. Dr. Pushpa Chandra, Langara nursing alumna, naturopathic doctor, and today's keynote speaker. Dr. Ian Humphreys, Vice President, Strategic Planning and Business Development. Ms. Dawn Palmer, Associate Vice President, Human Resources. Ms. Margaret Hellman, Dean, Faculty of Science. Dr. Julie Longo, Dean, Faculty of Arts. Dr. Leela Dawson, Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences and Management. Mr. A.J. Patel, Dean, International Education. Mr. Clayton Monroe, Registrar and Dean of Student Services. Ms. Sue Street, Executive Director, College Advancement. Ms. Roberta Swanson-Holm, Faculty Member, School of Nursing. Mr. Robin McQueen, Division Chair, Health Sciences. Ms. Janine Lennox, Department Chair, School of Nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, your platform party. I would also like to recognize Jana Jorgensen, Executive Director of the Langara Student Union, who has joined us today for this afternoon's program. And at this time, I invite Deborah Sparrow, a member of the Musqueam Nation, to bring traditional territorial greetings.
Oh, thank you very much for that. On behalf of my chief, Wayne Sparrow, on behalf of my council members, behalf of my community, the Musqueam people whose unceded territories we are now residing, and behalf mostly of my ancestors for which none of us would be here today. I want to remind all the students that you have come on a very long journey to the end result today. And you will go forward with every step, remembering the ones you took back to accomplish what you have. I hold my hands up to each and every one of you for the journeys that you'll take from this day forward in creating your new lives. But your new lives also represent what I've just mentioned about our ancestors, that we never forget who we are and where we come from, and that Vancouver is our home and our native land, and BC and Canada. But on behalf of my people, I would like to share this opportunity to hold my hands up to each and every one of you. And with that, I would like to say Hajj Kasiem to all of you. Hajj Kasiem. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah, for that important greeting. We value our relationship with the Musqueam Nation and appreciate your participation today. I now invite David Bowra, Chair of the Langara Board of Governors, to bring greetings to Convocation.
Thank you, Brad. Mr. President, family, friends, guests, faculty, staff, and most importantly, graduates. It's an honor to bring greetings from the board. For students, it represents the culmination of many years of effort, sacrifice, and finally, the finish line. Congratulations on your achievement. Take time to enjoy your success and thank those who helped you get there. Your career is just starting, and you're embarking on a wonderful journey that will bring you success, happiness, and joy. Along the way, you will inevitably encounter adversity and difficult choices. But remember, it's not about the challenges that you face or the curveballs that life throws you, but it's how you choose to deal with those challenges that will ultimately determine your life. When I look back, I realized that most of what happened to me was beyond my control. Along the way, I learned a few lessons about life, and I want to share them with you. And I know for the grads, you've probably had many years of lectures, and this is not a lecture. It's a few words from an old fellow who maybe learned a few things, sometimes the hard way, along the way. I want to talk to you about attitude and the importance of attitude, volunteering, choices, and integrity. If you learn one thing from me, it's attitude is everything. How you handle problems, how you perceive things, glass half full, half empty, whether you look for the easy way or the right way, will determine where you end up in life. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you handle it. Most employers hire for attitude. They feel that they can teach you how to do your job, but they can't teach you attitude. I'd like to briefly comment on some statements made by a fellow named Charles Swindoll that some of your parents probably know more than you do. This individual has written 70 books, is an educator, a pastor, and a preacher. His words, "The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts. It's more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstance, than failure, than success, than what other people think of you. It's more important than appearance, gifts, or skill. It will make or break a company, a church, or a home. The remarkable thing is that we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We can't change our past. We can't change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We can't change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string that we have, and that's our attitude. I'm convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react. 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react. And so it is with you. We're all in charge of our own attitudes. When I was 53, I was fired from a very good job with a large international company where I made lots of money. I didn't retire. I started my own company. I learned that a startup was 4 empty walls and a business plan just a bunch of numbers on a page. I learned that while running a business can be stressful, It's about having fun and working with people you like and enjoy being with. Get smart and determined people to join your team is #1 priority. Get the right people on the bus, and they will figure out where to go. Money is not a guide. Maybe it's a measure, not necessarily a good one. We made lots of money, more money than we ever did before. We prepared a budget. We arranged for a bank loan. We decided, however, as long as we didn't lose money and made a modest salary, that would be fine. Well, that didn't happen. In our first year, we blew past our budget. By year 3, we stopped producing a budget. We realized, however, notwithstanding all the money that we made, it wasn't about the money. It was about having fun and working with people that you liked and enjoyed, and creating opportunities and challenges for people to grow, young and old. Always volunteer with a caveat. Make sure you know what you volunteer for. At the age of 24, during my training as an accountant in the UK, I volunteered to go to work in Oman for 3 months. Now, just a show of hands, how many people know where Oman is? Oh, I'm impressed. Well, back then I had no idea where Oman was, but I thought, I'm going to see a part of the world I will probably never see again. I had no idea what I was letting myself in for, but it sounded like an adventure. And sure enough, it was. On the flight from London to Oman, I had lots of time to think. And as the clouds lifted and I looked down, all I could see was desert. Miles and miles and miles of desert. I thought to myself, what have I done? I'm going to be stuck on an army base in the middle of the desert, 300 miles from anywhere. My initial reaction was, you idiot. I've had a lot of those reactions in life. No wonder so few people volunteered for that particular position. Now, back then, I couldn't afford to live out, so I was living at home. So, of course, my mother very kindly packed my suitcase, which was good and bad. When I arrived in Oman for 3 months, I didn't have any underwear, except the underwear I was wearing. I blame my mother, but there you go. There's a lesson there somewhere. Did I mention that word humor? Laughing at yourself is very, very important. If you laugh at yourself first, it's not so bad when other people laugh at you. One of the things they taught us when we first arrived in Oman at the base was to turn your shoes upside down and shake them before putting them on in the morning. I naively asked, why? Scorpions. They also recommended not leaving the main road if you needed to go to the washroom, since the whole area had been landmined by the Yemeni rebels 2 years before as they were retreating. Now, for any reason meant any reason. In fact, there were 1 or 2 instances where individuals decided to disobey that instruction, and they became unfortunate victims. We won't go any further. So for the next 3 months, I worked in Oman, next door to the Yemen, which was still at war with Oman. And despite my initial concerns, once I settled in, I had a great time. One day, a group of us decided to go to the border with the Yemen just to see for ourselves, only to be met by a very angry Jordanian guard who pointed a rifle at us and said, "You must leave." Once again, mines. On the way back, while I was walking along a narrow path, I managed to step on a puff adder, which at the time I thought, I wonder if it's bitten me. And I was worried, but I guess I realized, 40 years later, it didn't bite me, because that night in the bar, 4 hours later, we were chatting with some fellows, and I described the snake, and they said, "Oh, that's a puff adder." So I said, "Well, that's no big deal." He said, "Well, on the contrary, puff adder attacks the nervous system. If you're bitten by a puff adder, it attacks your system. You're paralyzed within an hour, and within 2 hours, you're dead." Well, obviously, it didn't bite me. Another little adventure while I was there, my boss and I had to go work in Abu Dhabi and Dubai on business. This involved driving through the empty quarter. This is a large, uninhabited desert where you didn't see anyone or anything one day to the next. It was a 750-mile trip. I subsequently learned that this sand desert, which has sand dunes reaching over 800 feet, is the home of the world's largest oil deposits. The average temperature is 117 degrees. We came across quite a few abandoned vehicles. Not a good place to run out of water or gas. I didn't need to ask my boss what happened to the occupants of the vehicles. After my trip to Oman, I spent 3 weeks going back via Pakistan, and I visited Karachi and Islamabad. Back then, it wasn't the place it is today, which is a hotbed of political and military unrest and a very large network of Al-Qaeda operatives. In any event, looking back on it, and at the time, I realized I'd had a great adventure and seen places that I would probably never see again. And I realized how lucky I was to live where I lived. And probably that travel bug that I'd picked up back when I was 10, shunted off to France as a schoolboy, followed me because I ended up coming to Canada some 37 years ago, and what a wonderful opportunity that's been. Integrity. When in doubt, don't take the easy way out. Years ago, a very good friend of mine, a young fellow, had some problems at work. His employer wanted him to do something that didn't seem right. He was troubled. He phoned me up. He wasn't sure what to do, since his employers told him, if you don't do this, we're going to fire you. Anyway, I said, Nathan, I can't tell you what to do. That's your call. But I can tell you this, you only lose your reputation once. So what did he do? He decided not to do what they wanted to do, and he just quit without waiting for them to fire him. That's integrity. Look for challenges. Maybe take a week or two off after you've graduated, but then start looking. I'm moving to Edmonton for the next 6 months to help set up a new office that we've started up. I'm excited and looking forward to it, even though I'm 64. Some people, including my wife, think I'm crazy. Maybe they're right. Leaders lead from the front, and we're all leaders in our own way. And remember this, we're often measured by our actions and not our words. Along the way, build your network. Work on maintaining it. Treat it like a garden that will grow if it's nourished. That means staying in touch with the people you met here and through life. Remember, you really do have to work at it. Your network will help you in your career and in life. You just never know how and when it will help. It may be a few years from now or 20 years from now. But your network of contacts and friends will pay dividends down the road. Mark my words. So in closing, I wish the graduating class of 2015 all the very best in your future careers and travels. I hope you stay in touch with Langara and you look back with fond memories of the school. I know I will. Thank you.
Thank you, David. I'm now pleased to call upon President Lane Trotter, who will provide greetings.
Good afternoon, everyone. Platform party, colleagues, students, and guests, welcome to the 2015 Convocation ceremony of Langara College. Before I continue, I want to acknowledge and thank the Musqueam Nation on whose land Langara College is located, and thank them for their support of the college. We are honored to be situated on Musqueam's traditional and unceded territory. Langara College is a special place that helps students pursue their goals, whether it is to further studies, gaining the skills to enter the labor market, and to career advancement or transition. Since Langara's inception in 1965, the college has always been focused on helping students succeed. From our beginning, whether it was in temporary facilities until we moved into our current campus in 1970, or when we became an independent institution in 1994, students have always been the center of all we do. And to date, Langara has graduated more than 80,000 students who have gone on to pursue their dreams and add to the richness and diversity of our society. Their talents have made our community a better place, and in turn, the community has continued to place its trust in Langara to educate and train not only the next generation of young people, but also provide support to those seeking new pathways to a better future. But we would not be here today celebrating the success of our graduands without the people who have supported them during their education. We need to thank those people, many of whom are here today, who have supported you, our students, while you pursued your studies. Whether it was your parents, other family members, spouses and significant others, or even friends. And I particularly want to thank our faculty and staff for their dedication and commitment, for they have been essential to your education and training. Finally, I also want to acknowledge and thank our Langara College Foundation and those members from our community who have donated funds to create scholarships and bursaries to support our students. They have all had a role to play in our students being here today. So on behalf of the graduating class, I publicly want to thank those who have supported you while you've been here. To our students, you have achieved a milestone in being here today. But before you leave, I want to take this opportunity to offer some advice. In January, I had the privilege to listen to His Excellency, the Governor-General, David Johnston, speak when he was here in Vancouver at the Vancouver Board of Trade about innovation as the key to building a smarter, more caring Canada, just prior to him coming to Langara College to present us with our new coat of arms. His Excellency is the former president of the University of Waterloo in Ontario and McGill University in Montreal. During his speech, the Governor-General said, "Remember, minds like parachutes work best when open." This is very profound because it speaks to many interconnected issues. You need to be open to the world and the possibilities, expected and unexpected, that will present themselves. Whether you have opportunities to travel and see the world and contribute your skills and talents in our community or elsewhere, you need to be open to the options that will be presented to you. And when those openings present themselves, be prepared to take them and see where that leads you. So as you prepare for the next chapter in your life, do not close yourself from the world, but continue to learn and explore. In his speech, His Excellency also indicated that windows of opportunity do not stay open forever. So as you move forward from today, whether continuing your studies or into employment, look for new and unexpected possibilities and pursue them because they will not wait indefinitely. The pursuit itself will create new paths that will weave a more fulfilling and richer tapestry. His Excellency made two other observations that I thought were critical, not just for Canada's continued success, but for our own personal success. His first observation was, "Let me start with building trust, both the right thing and bright thing to do for a smart and caring nation such as Canada." It is difficult to overstate the importance of trust in our world today, whether you're a private citizen, a member of a board of governors, or a high-profile public figure. Deconstructed, this can be restated as, trust takes years to build, seconds to break, and forever to fix. Canada is lucky. For the most part, we are well regarded internationally, and therefore this is a competitive advantage for us. And while nationally we may not always agree with each other, our democratic structures underpin the trust we have in our social and cultural norms about behavioral expectations that keep our society healthy. This means that we can disagree with each other, but it is incumbent upon each of us to be honest with each other and protect our rights to have different perspectives. If we do not protect our ability to disagree with each other, trust becomes eroded and we risk a breakdown in our democratic structures. His Excellency's second observation was that our long-term success depends on our ability to find, foster, motivate, and deploy talented people at home and abroad. This point is closely tied to his previous observation about education, opportunities, and trust. Canada needs a well-educated, literate citizenry who are engaged in their communities. But it is also clear that as a small nation demographically, Canada must engage with the rest of the world if we are to remain economically and socially successful. We must engage with the rest of the world to both attract people to come to Canada, but also have Canadians look beyond our own borders for new possibilities. We must do more than just recruit students to come to Canada, but make sure that our Canadian students have a chance to reach out and see the broader world. What underlines the Governor General's point is that our society is about people and we cannot be insular and isolated. Tied to this point is that because, as he noted, Canadians value fairness, the long-term view, and the rule of law, and prefer cooperation and compromise over conflict, we have a unique role that we can play in the world as a moderating influence. It has been said that it takes a village to raise a child, so as you leave the college today, please think about the opportunities that have been provided to you. Our community has invested in you, and we need you to contribute back. We need you to become involved and utilize your passion and knowledge to build a better, more prosperous, sustainable, and fair society. So my challenge to you, the graduating class, is to be engaged and make a difference. To be engaged to build a better, more just society, and be open to the possibilities, expected and unexpected, that will emerge on your journey. Thank you for your time and patience. Enjoy your day. You've earned it. Tomorrow, the work begins.
Thank you, Lane. At this time, Scott McLean, Vice President of the Langara Faculty Association, will bring greetings to Convocation from the faculty. Scott.
Good afternoon. First, I would just like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional and unceded territory of the Musqueam and Coast Salish peoples and to thank them. Board members, President Trotter, honored guests, colleagues, and graduates. It is a privilege to extend to you, on behalf of the Faculty Association, our very best wishes on this special day. Today is an acknowledgement of the hard work and dedication that you and your families have put towards your studies. We appreciate the efforts and sacrifices you have made in order to accomplish what you have. We understand that this was not always an easy journey and respect the perseverance and commitment that you have all shown. As students in our health and health-related programs, you all came to study at Langara with an interest in learning about how to better assist others and a desire to help people in need. Many of you had the goal of becoming members of a highly respected profession. Today, you can celebrate the achievement of your goals. The best part about being a faculty member is that it gives us the opportunity to become an important part in the lives of our students. Teaching is always a reciprocal process. As your faculty, we've enjoyed both teaching you and learning from you. We have learned a great deal from you, and we thank you for making us better educators. Watching you learn, seeing you master new ideas, new clinical skills, and for many of you, an understanding of your new profession is enormously rewarding for faculty. Working with you is inspiring, and your success is truly impressive. You're now going on to do important work in your communities or to pursue further studies. We know that your contributions will continue to be significant. Thank you for choosing Langara. We wish you all the best and congratulations.
Thank you, Scott. I now ask President Trotter to present today's Convocation Awards.
Thank you, Brad. It is with great pleasure that I present today's awards. The Langara College Graduate Excellence Award for a bachelor program is awarded to the student graduating with the highest cumulative grade point average from a bachelor program. This year's recipient is Ramona Lee Golick. Who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, earning a 4.14 cumulative grade point average. Ramona, would you please come and join us on stage? Ramona is honored to win the Langara College Graduate Excellence Award. She has enjoyed her academic career at Langara, especially the biology and pathophysiology classes. Yoicks. She claims that there have been two great outcomes of attending Langara: the friendships that will last a lifetime and the program content that has prepared her to work as a registered nurse. Ramona gives huge kudos to her father and fiancé for supporting her throughout her program and helping her to be so successful. After graduation, she hopes to gain her emergency nursing specialty within the next year and to start working towards a master's degree in nursing shortly thereafter. Congratulations, Ramona. The next award I would like to present is the President's Medal for Academic Excellence and Community Service, which is awarded to a student graduating from a bachelor's degree program who has demonstrated academic excellence and a commitment to involvement in community service. This year's recipient is Ian Lee, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Ian, would you please come and join us on stage? Ian's biggest takeaway from his time at Langara is the importance of communication, and Ian believes that communication skills he gained while in the Bachelor of Science in Nursing will allow him to practice nursing effectively. Ian is glad he chose Langara and the academically rigorous Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. While studying at the college, he helped to save money on tuition. Ian benefited from English courses which equipped him to excel at academic writing at a post-secondary level. Ian will always remember the relief he felt when he successfully completed each of his one-on-one evaluations each term. Right now, Ian is focusing on passing his board exam and in the future looks forward to practicing critical care in nursing. Congratulations, Ian, and good luck on your NCLEX.
Thank you, Lane, and congratulations to both of our award recipients. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Pushpa Chandra, who will give today's convocation address. Dr. Chandra, a Langara Nursing Diploma alumna, is a Vancouver-based naturopathic physician with an integrative approach to healthcare, specializing in pediatrics and sports medicine. Her background includes over 27 years of acute care hospital experience, as a registered nurse, and 22 years at BC Children's Hospital in critical care, working with the province's sickest children. I'm obviously in need of care right now. A competitive sports enthusiast, Dr. Chandra has participated in multiple marathons and triathlons, including Ironman Canada in 2000. She's passionate about working with athletes to help them achieve their personal best and believes in providing the body with the tools it needs to heal itself, citing nutrition and exercise as vital aspects in the maintenance of good health. Reaching out to the community is also one of Dr. Chandra's passions. She's been involved in a variety of community health seminars and has given public talks about health and wellness. In 2004, she traveled to Chandigarh, India as a volunteer with Operation Rainbow Canada, an organization that provides medical treatment and surgery to underprivileged children. Please extend a warm Langara welcome to Dr. Pushpa Chandra.
Thank you for that kind introduction. President Dr. Lane Trotter, distinguished faculty, alumni, proud parents, and most importantly, members of the graduating class of 2015. Thank you for inviting me to join this wonderful celebration of all your achievements. This is a special honor for me. It's almost 35 years to the day that I graduated from my nursing program right here at Langara from this very exceptional college. I grew up in Fiji as a child, I had this innate desire, this desire to help others. And I always wanted to help the most vulnerable. I envisioned myself as a nurse, like you all did. And I also wanted to be a doctor someday. I immigrated to Canada about 40 years ago. And I realized that I'd entered this land of plenty. And I was ready to pursue my dreams. What I had not realized, that I was a teenage mom. But I did realize my dreams were still very alive. I pursued my dream, entered the King Edward campus, finished my grade 12, and graduated from the nursing school at age 22 with a child that was 4 years old. After my graduation, my life evolved around more children. Volunteer work, full-time, of course, and I recognized that I had just found a passion that I discovered through my PE class at Langara. I got back into running. Sports for me was never just a physical activity. It was my inspiration. It taught me how to stay focused, no matter how grueling the task was. It taught me discipline. It built my confidence and empowered me at all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I seem to bring up Ironman wherever I go, but that's one of my shortest races I've done. And those of you who don't know what an Ironman is, it's a 226 kilometer of endurance. So you swim for 4K, bike for 180K, and then you run a marathon. I have ran 3 times to 5 times more distance than that. But this Ironman was a pivotal moment for me. It was a moment that changed my life to the next stage. It was that what we call a body-mind unison. In my mind, that day when I finished that race after running for about 12 hours, there was a whisper in my mind that said, you can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. It became my blueprint. It was so powerful. And at this time, I had already been running marathons, probably at least about 50 prior to this, but this was truly a moment that I captured and I owned it in a way that it was part of my DNA. This was also the moment that I said to myself, I have the confidence to go back to school and continue my education to be a physician. At age 47, I graduated from a medical school to be a naturopathic physician. Sports has continued to be my inspiration. I have since ran on all 7 continents, of course, taking it to a bigger challenge, doing expedition-style ultramarathoning, including running in Antarctica, North Pole, Everest, and so forth. These have been my lessons in life, and I really want to share some words of wisdom, things that I have learned all with myself, but with one aspect of myself that I paid respect for is believing in myself. Dream. Keep your dreams alive. Formulate it and stamp with a mental picture of yourself succeeding. I'm not sure if any of you have seen that Muhammad Ali's movie where he was about yay big and told himself, I'm the greatest. there is an area of study called neuropsychoimmunology or psychoneuroimmunology, and it's basically changing your DNA by telling yourself the same thing. You have to develop this picture and believe in it. Compass. Develop your own compass and trust it. Cultivate the ability to trust your instincts. This is your higher self. Comfort zone. Learn out of that climate-controlled box. Learning, creativity, and growth all happens outside the fortress. Venture out into the wilderness and be a leader. Adversity. You're bound to hit some rough patches. There is no education like the shocks of adversity to strengthen you. And remember, every adversity carries the seed of success. Mindfulness. The most precious gift one can give to others is their presence. It's the state of being open and being in the present and living in the moment. And lastly, gratitude is the only attitude. Thank you for this magnificent convocation. Namaste.
Dr. Chandra, thank you so much for that inspiring address. And on behalf of Langara College, President Trotter would like to present you with a small gift in appreciation of your excellent remarks and for the time you've spent with us today. Okay, it's time. Presentation of the graduands, the reason why all of you are here today. President Trotter, the candidates to be presented to you today and those who are absent have fulfilled all of the requirements for their respective credentials. I ask that you confer upon each the credential which he or she has earned. Will the graduands please rise?
By the authority granted to me by the government of this province, I admit you and those in absentia to the credentials to which you are entitled. Please be seated.
We will now begin the presentation of our graduates. And faculty who would like to congratulate their graduates may approach the platform to my right. Audience members who want to move closer to the front for a photo of their graduate may come to the same side of the platform. I would ask that you be mindful not to block the view of other graduates, and please return to your seats afterwards so that others may approach the front for photos. I now ask Margaret Heldman, Dean of the Faculty of Science, to announce the names of the graduates.
Graduating with an Associate Arts degree in Health Sciences, Raquel Maria Espinoza. Donald Wing Hong Wong. Courtney Michelle Yan. Glenda Maria Gutierrez. The following have graduated with the citation in Foundations in Health Studies: Christina Elizabeth Teocharas. The following have graduated with the Diploma in Human Kinetics: Ahmed Al-Ashkar. Albert Chan. Christopher Roy Colonia. Matthew Bien Del Mundo. Kevin T.Q. Hahn. Sarah Kearney. Robert David Kemp. Bo Tam Long. Jimmy Roberto Lopez. Vincent Tang. The following have graduated with the Bachelor of Science in Nursing: graduating with distinction, Nilafar Akavan. April Vega Arevalo. Karen Silviero, Austria. Inderpreet Kaur Basi. Sharon Basi. Graduating with distinction, Erin Mackenzie Beaton. Manpreet Balru. Graduating with distinction, Reagan Marie Butler. Edith Edwina Melba Constance Byers. Graduating with distinction, Catherine Patricia Byron. Graduating with distinction, Abraham Kaba Kang. Nancy Chan. Graduating with distinction, Angela C1 Chan. Faiza Chaudhry. Graduating with distinction, Gurjeet Chima. Adrian Masinji Chui. Chu. Graduating with distinction, Crystal Chow. Graduating with distinction, Margot Claxton. Graduating with distinction, Nikki Natasha Craig. Jillian Nicole Cray. Melissa Crichton. Graduating with distinction, Julianne Miranda Deos. Danielle Maria Annette Bourbonnier Davis. Amanda Stephanie Deeg. Ellen Rose DeQuina. Graduating with distinction, Sharon Jessica Dillon. Vivian Din. Graduating with distinction, Nicole Justine Marie Doge. Alex Stewart Duff. Graduating with distinction, Carly Shannon Elliott. Jorge Ramon Malabuyoc Esquera. Hi Man Tiffany Fong. Sarah Elizabeth Fratar. Graduating with distinction, Trista Erin Sarah Galbraith. Benjamin Gibbs. Graduating with distinction, Leela Elowin Marie Gold. Graduating with distinction, Ramona Lee Galich. Graduating with distinction, Mauricio, thank you, Mauricio Gomez Escobar. Nick Gossel. Katrina Harvey. Graduating with distinction, Andrea Jane Haugen. Kirsten Hummingson. Tina Huynh. Carly Summer Irons. Katrina Ivanchich. Trudy James. Erica Jung. Persis Johal. Garvita Kapoor. Emali Athia Klomp. Christina Kwong. Kulepa Kuru Paran. Jessica Lamb. Samantha Leeming. Astrid Yvette Lee. Ian Lee. Kaylin Lee. Jenny Sin Yan Liu. Bruce Chi Chung Ma. Graduating with distinction, Jessica Batista Machado. Graduating with distinction, Tila Dawn Mann. Emily Barbara Lavinia McMartin. Mary Kate Dalisai Mercado. Ryan Thomas Moore. Graduating with distinction, Megan Adele Mount Stephen. Brooke Newen. Lynn Kim Newen. Jessica Lee Nybo. Graduating with distinction, Celeste Grace Percy. Chantel Mary Peterson. Deanna Jill Radicki. Olivia Ladimi Rovna Rasulov. Very sorry. Graduating with distinction, Carmen Georgia Redman. Jessica Ann Relkoff. Mandeep Kaur Sahota. Kushdeep Kaur Sandhu. Selena Sarwal. Claire Alexandra Sr. Hani So. Graduating with distinction, Ronald Ming Fun Xiu. Winnie Marcy So. Graduating with distinction, Natasha Callie Strukoff. Celia Ann Sylvester. Stephanie Danielle Talbert. Amrit Tiara. Vicky Tui. Stephanie Robin Tolman. Graduating with distinction, Anita Tron. Sharonbir Kaur Upal. Graduating with distinction, Christine Grace Vasquez. Ana Lisa Palisaban Villela Lobos. Natalie Arlene Vincent. Mitchell Lucas Yvonne. Graduating with distinction, Glory Tuivu. Brittany Jennifer Walker. Alicia Renee Wedrick. Graduating with distinction, Cynthia Aaliyah Weitzman. Graduating with distinction, Anita Alyssa Wheeler. Kifa Lotta Jensen White. Alisa Rebecca Winberg. Anita Wong. Judy Wong. Graduation with distinction, Lucy Marina Wong. Graduating with distinction, Alana Lucille Wright. Graduating with distinction, Yvonne Yang. Graduating with distinction, Ada Manki Yu. Shema Zachariah. Min Zaw. The following have graduated with the post-degree certificate in nursing leadership and management. Amandeet Kaur. Same thing. Graduating with the postgraduate certificate in nursing leadership and management, Manpreet Kaur Atwal. Harpreet Kaur. Navneet Kaur. Loveleen Kaur Upal.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's recognize our 2015 graduates. So as we bring this afternoon's ceremony to a close, I would like to take a moment to thank a few individuals. First of all, our theater arts student, Tessa Track, who sang O Canada this afternoon. Our theater arts graduate, Masahi Day, who provided the music prior to this afternoon's ceremony. And to Mike McDonald, the piper who led our procession. I would also like to extend, yes, round of applause, please. I would also like to extend our appreciation to the many college employees whose contributions have made this afternoon's event a memorable one. And it's also my pleasure on behalf of the college and the Langara Students' Union to invite you to a reception in the Langara Students' Union building immediately after this ceremony. Masahi will also be playing for us there. Would you please rise at this time and remain standing until the graduates have left the Convocation Hall. I now declare this convocation closed.